Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to the Bit Branding channel. Today I'm going to be showing you 3 proven Facebook strategies for clothing brands, including one method that most people haven't ever heard of before. And I'm going to share it with you at the very end. So as I mentioned in all of these videos, if you're one of those people to take notes, which you should, go grab your iPad, your notebook, and let's get started. All right, guys, before we do get started, I just want to say welcome to everybody new. My name's Aaron Pearson, and I'm one of the co-founders here at Bit Branding. And we've been helping frustrated store owners since 2015 become those impactful store owners through tutorials, tactics, and strategies. And if you want to support the channel, we truly would appreciate it. All you need to do is hit that subscribe button and then turn on notifications. With that said, let's get into it. Okay, so tip number 1 is to go broad with your targeting. And we're gonna jump in here too. You'll be able to see the screen share. I'm gonna show you an account. Go broad with your targeting. What I mean by this is that if you are new to Facebook, or even if you've been here for a while, this step will be super helpful for you. So broad, if we're going into this campaign, the way that I have broad set up is literally, I'm letting Facebook pick almost everything, right? So I'm going through here, and I'm showing Facebook, I'm telling them, okay, I'm gonna do placements, right? So I'm doing on Facebook newsfeed, Instagram feed, okay, but I'm doing 1-day click. It defaults to 7-day click as of the iOS 14.4 update or whatever that may be. But I'm going back to 1-day click because I care about that data. But then my targeting, it's wide open. I literally chose the gender who I know it's going for. So for this particular one, it's women. And then I did 18 to 65. I could have narrowed it a little bit on age, but I just wanted to leave it wide open and just see if Facebook can handle it. This is something that Facebook couldn't have done years ago, but this is actually something that could work today. It's crazy, and it does work, right? So we've seen success with this. But the point here is that you're not necessarily looking for Facebook to win all of the time here. What we're looking for is things that are going to work, right? So I want to test elements. Right now, what I have going on is multiple elements. So I have different copy, which I'll show you some of the copy, right? So we'll block out who this is, right? So we just don't want to show this. But you can see here we have multiple images. There's 10 images that I'm testing. There's also 5 different text offerings that I have as well. So primary text, I'm figuring out which one would work best. And then I have, 5 headlines. And I'm letting Facebook use a combination of all of these. So this dress with this text with this headline. And then this text with this headline with this picture. And Facebook gets all of the data, right? So it's figuring out which one. So it's gonna figure out which person to go to, which combination of audiences. So it's super, super effective at getting results to give Facebook the data that they want. And as a side note, Facebook is a machine learning tool, right? So the more data you can give it, the more that it can learn, the more consistent results that you can get. As an added note, real quickly, but part 1, the broad with lookalikes in this. So in this ad set, if you built it and you had a value stack of lookalikes, you could do that as well. So the way that we've built lookalikes inside of this stack is that our customer email list. So if you're a new brand, don't worry, not a big deal. But if you do have an email list, use it. The customer list that's spent over $100, that's just for us. It could be whatever your average price point could be. Maybe it's 50, maybe it's 75, whatever. And then a purchase over $50 in the last 180 days. So we got range, we got value, and then we also have the list of customers, right? So this allows us to do like a Venn diagram, right? So maybe we can pull up a Venn diagram. It's like if you're looking for that middle piece. That's what we're trying to let Facebook do. So this still is an audience of 4 or 5 million people versus 120. We know that we're not gonna reach all of those people, but it gives Facebook options, and this constrains it a little bit to give us some success. That's if you have an audience. If you don't have anything yet, don't worry. It's not the end of the world. We're gonna be talking about some other things later that will be able to help you no matter what. What I do wanna say though is, if you think going broad is effective and you can't believe, and I think I just showed it here, there was a new campaign I launched as of this video, right? And if you think that broad is working and you're like, holy cow, I can't believe that's working, then you're gonna love the strategy that we come up with every campaign. I'm gonna share with you guys that campaign later in this video. Okay, so number 2 are dynamic product ads. What I love about dynamic product ads are that you can go through these easily, and Facebook is gonna know right away what's gonna work and doesn't work, right? So it's all about an auction, meaning that you're bidding higher than somebody else, or that your elements are better than somebody else. Elements meaning the picture, the text. And one quick hack that's not part of anything that I'm talking about here is that if you write a better description on your products, I'm talking about a clothing boutique in here, but if you have a better description on your products, they are going to sell more, right? So Facebook's going to look at your products on your website. It reads that data as well. Crazy. If you have a better description there, it's going to be a better user experience. And guess what? You're going to sell more as well. So Facebook ads really have to do with many things. But what's good about dynamic product ads here, and I'll explain this, is that it gives Facebook all of those options as I mentioned earlier, right? So the strategy previously was like, let's go broad with the audience, and I'm gonna test it with dynamic product ads. You could also test audiences going to people who went to your website, people who added to cart, people who initiated checkout, people who've been into your store if you have a retail location. Those are all the audiences, right? So you could test that however you'd like, but the dynamic product ads allows you to pick the right elements. And what you have to do from these is go into your dynamic creative. Okay, so this again is not going too much, but we want to know which, for example, we can test multiple things here, but I want to look at the image, right? So from today, there's been 2 purchases. Okay, from the 2 purchases, they both come from this particular image. So this image right here, it works. It pops, whatever it is, people like this leopard print, and that's where they got to purchase, right? So all these other images, it's not that they don't work. Let's see here. They have, let's see what the click-through rate is. So they may have a good click-through rate. They may have a good cost per click. Let's see here. Yeah, so 1.5. It's only went to one other image, right? So it's just been to this image right here, which some people might like. But it's still learning, right? This is just today. Let's see. Yesterday, they get a purchase. That's what I care about, right? So I'm looking at the winning elements that Facebook says, but I also want to know like which one got a better click-through rate. So that one got almost a 4% click-through rate, 14 cents or 19 cents for cost per click. It's been $1.50 to get people to add to cart, and then it looks like yesterday got 3 purchases, which is awesome. Again, and then here's another image. Great, so people like that. But what's cool is that you can go through there, pick the right images from the ads that are working well, and then create a new campaign. This is one where you could do that broad audience, right? And then now run it to these elements that you know that work. Because then you could also go through here and, like I said, clear the breakdowns. And I want to go into the text. So, right, which one of these by purchases? Okay, they BOGO 50% off dress. That one did well. New spring dresses are sure to do well. These dresses are perfect for spring. Those all got purchases, right? Not enough to make a decision yet, but hey, those are the 3 that worked right now. Today, I think there's 2 purchases, right? These dresses are perfect for spring. People are obviously shopping for spring, so you could use that headline as well. That's what's great about dynamic, is it gives you the answers to the questions that you have quickly. One thing that I always try to ask people as we're running ads for them is, do you know how much you need to spend per day to be profitable with Facebook? How much do you need to spend to acquire a customer to be profitable in your business? And if you are one of those people who are like, hey, look, I'm just setting up a budget, and the budget comes from $25 that I have here and $50 here, and I'm spending $50 a day, or I'm spending $100 a day, or even $1,000 a day, doesn't matter. You still need to know where your return on ad spend is coming from. So for every dollar you spend, you know that you're gonna get X in return. So we created a free calculator. If you want that, just comment calculator down in the description, and we'll send it over to you, and you can plug in your numbers, and it will be super easy, super simple for you to figure out how much you should be spending on Facebook. Okay, you guys, thank you so much for watching this far into the video. And as you've been waiting for, I know you literally have your iPad in front of you, ready to feverishly take notes. So I'm gonna share with you that the third best way Facebook ad strategy wise for clothing brands, for people who have boutiques, people who have t-shirt companies, whatever it is, if you're selling a product or clothing online, the best campaign, the best strategy for you to set up are collection ads. And collection ads, let me show you this, okay, right? So let me pull up another client here who's just absolutely killing it. We create one of these collection ads for every single one of our clients. especially, like, we always test it. It may not be the one we run with, but we always test it because they've done so well. Think of it as like a lookbook for your business, but online, right? So it's literally just showing people the products that you have available, more about your brand, and how to quickly easily see the product. So if you go to a collection, like a collection ad, all right, so I'm gonna look at this ad here, and just, this is a winter collection, which is what we call it, right? So what it's showcasing is mobile only, right? So it's only on Instagram and Facebook mobile from your phone. Even better, because people shop from their phone. Okay, so awesome. But what's really cool is that it will have an image or video. And what I'll tell you is that if your product, your clothing is more expensive, maybe a video is better, right? Showcase the videos, and that's fine. We've also tested images and have worked well there. But if you're gonna do a video, don't just sit there and talk to the camera. I wanna see the products very quickly, okay? And maybe it should be a 15 to 30 second video. If it's an image, great, no problem. It just it should be relevant to what's available, right? So if it's a summer dresses that you're showing, it should be a summer dress. If it's a new white t-shirt, then it should be a t-shirt company and it should catch the attention, okay? Let's block out the brand. I don't want to necessarily give away all their secrets here, but there's a lot of information here. So showcasing the brand. But the cool thing is, look at all the products. These products dynamically update. And then when you click inside of here, it takes them to like a little landing page where it shows the products. And the cool thing is that if they actually click on a product, it takes them directly there to purchase. So your click-through rate's better, which means people see the product, and if they want the product, they go to the site, more likely to purchase. It helps your website conversion rate, which tells Facebook, hey, this is good. And most importantly, it gives Facebook really good data. So they're not only gonna watch the video or see the image, they're gonna interact with the ad. They're gonna go to like a little landing page to see the products. Then they're gonna go to your website. It's giving all kinds of really good data to Facebook. And if this is the first time somebody's seeing your brand, they get a great experience right away. And you can see inside of this right here, you can't see it right here, but you can see instant experience view time. So you can see how long people are in that experience, and you can see how good they're interacting with it, which gives Facebook even more data. So if you're starting a business or you've been running a business online through clothing, I would highly suggest set up a collection ad. It may work for you, it may not, but it works really well for most businesses that we work with who sell products online like these. It could also be used for something else as well. If you're watching this and you're like, hey, I want to learn this technique, it could work for products outside of the clothing industry, but specifically for clothing, it's a game changer. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. I want to hear from you. Which strategy are you going to implement first? Don't try to implement all of them. Just which one are you going to implement first? Leave a comment down below in the comments. And if you want to learn more about growing your e-commerce business with Facebook ads, make sure to check out this video, wherever it may be over here, on how we were able to make $91,000 in 1 month, in the worst month for retail. Check it out right over here. All right, we'll see you guys on the next video. Bye for now.